This is Riverbends Park, located in Shelby Township, Michigan. The 850-acre park has a wide variety of amenities such as playgrounds, a disc golf course, and many trails, but the main draw of the park is the Clinton River that cuts through the middle of it. The river is home to a wide variety of fish species and supports many other land animals surrounding it. In recent decades, the river has become increasingly polluted, so I decided to investigate the extent of the visible waste inside of the park. I started off by walking north on the park trails for about half a mile until I reached a bridge on the outskirts of the park. Right away, I noticed a submerged tire, and I knew the extent of the pollution was going to be much worse than I had expected. After this, I continued over the bridge, and I noticed a trail of debris leading into the wilderness. I began to follow this path of decades-old waste until it led me to a massive pile of garbage. Although it is hard to tell in the video, the trash pile is about 3 feet high at its peak and roughly the size of a Little League baseball field. The mound is mostly composed of old tires, what appears to be unused materials from a construction site, rusted barrels, and most unsettlingly, hundreds of old fluorescent light bulbs which contain a mix of argon, xenon, neon, krypton, and mercury vapor. All of these light bulbs have been broken over the years, releasing their plethora of chemicals into the environment. After finding this massive dump, I continued further into the woods before noticing a large white shape in the distance. Upon a closer look, I realized that this was an old boat that must have been sitting outside for the better part of 30 years. Much like the other location, the boat was located on top of a trash pile about 35 yards off of the trail. When I got closer to the boat, I noticed a massive pile of green and yellow deeper into the woods. It was a graveyard for old porta-johns. Much like the original trash pile, video fails to capture the true size of this dump. There had to have been at least 75 to 100 of these things scattered in the area. On top of the horrifying amount of waste, many empty bags of the chemicals used in these outhouses were strewn across the ground as well. After photographing these dumps, I decided to head back to the trail and see what was on the edge of the river. When walking through the brush, I was pleasantly surprised to find little waste. However, I noticed an area of slack water, and when I got closer to the river, I saw the trash was consistently present along the bank of the river and in the natural debris piles. Unlike the dumps shown earlier, this was a collective effort by numerous people carelessly littering their garbage. The level of pollution is not only affecting the immediate area of the park, but also the Clinton River watershed as a whole. This can be clearly seen through the decline of the species that the river supports. Luckily, in the south end of the park, cleanup efforts are in effect, but this is not enough. In order to slow the decay of our ecosystem, we need to strictly enforce littering laws and, more importantly, industrial dumping laws. In the meantime, however, we can do our part by cleaning up the trash we see and advocating for the cleaning up of other areas. During my visit, I was able to collect a whole garbage bag full of small plastics and empty containers. Thank you for your time.